We're only a little bit late. Only a little bit late. But we are now doing the podcast. Episode 14, 15, something like that. Don't know what. Something like that. But yeah, we're podcasting. We're podcasting with Cherry. Not with Cherry, with Matt.
Hello. I'm sorry, I was eating a cookie.
Everyone.
And with
Gosh,
Sean.
all of you.
Hello.
Wow, that was a very hello today.
Hey, Sean's here for it.
Yeah.
I'm making up for everyone else.
Right, by only a little bit, we are 15 minutes late because, like last week, I started streaming earlier, and like last week, I started streaming earlier whilst playing Euro Truck Simulator, and I got lost, and it took me forever to get there, and then, like, you don't have, like, the people on the podcast, they don't need to hear this, the people on YouTube, when I finally upload these, you don't need to know about it, but there was a lot of depression eating going on between the trucking ending and the podcast starting. I stuffed my face with a cheesecake, and then I told everyone if they gave me money, I might open an OnlyFans to show pictures of that.
That's
And
deep.
people are into it.
Into that.
Papa Picosa seems into it.
Oh no.
What happened? You want to know what happened? I was there, minding my own business, trucking along, and my fucking gremlins over here started arguing about the clock. So I looked at the clock and went down the wrong fucking area. I was like,
I
fuck's sake.
blame Matt.
I'm okay with that. I enjoy inciting chaos. Oh, this is wonderful.
But yeah, this week has been a really good week for me streaming. I've managed to stream 4 times now this week. When was the last time I was able to stream 4 times in 1 week?
Before Christmas.
Pretty
Probably.
much.
Is
No,
this a
January
trivia test?
probably. Yes,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just before. It was just before 4 o'clock. They were stupidly looking at how long it was going to take to finish the job.
Wow.
Instead of the
Wow.
fucking
it was
time.
Like, it was like 12.
It wasn't
Yeah.
12. It was like
It
15,
was in the
50.
top right. Yeah, but it kept
It was-
going from 50 to 49. I think that was the time you got to the
No, but I
destination.
think it would be right because it started getting dark.
No, she was on about
It
that
didn't
in
look
real
dark
life.
at all to me. I don't know.
Oh, what? I
What?
thought she was talking about that in game that it started getting
Oh.
I
dark.
thought so too, which is why I was watching it and I was really confused.
You know what? I don't fucking care anymore. I don't care. They got in my way. I got lost. I had a double back. They're assholes. They're being assholes still. I was trying to be. Look, that was me trying to be positive about myself and talk about how good I've done this week.
Oh.
And look what they did. They hijacked it to make me look like an idiot. This is why I'm trying not to be nice to myself. Because when I do, I have Matt and Cherry drag me back down.
Oh, don't do
Because
that. I don't
goddammit, if
know.
we're gonna be down here, you're gonna be down here too, bitch.
No, that's definitely not how I
Damn it.
treat it. I honestly,
No.
like, I'm always giving advice to people that I also know are depressed because I'm just like, you can do it, I don't believe in you. And they're like, aren't you, like, super sad and suicidal? I'm like, no, it's fine, don't worry about me, you got this.
The closet falls open. Oh, don't worry, that's all my skeletons.
Ignore that, focus on your stuff. I believe in you.
Right.
'Cause it's easier to give
Very
other people
happy
advice.
start to the podcast.
Very happy. If anyone ever wants to draw fan art of me with 2 gremlins bickering behind me in a truck, feel free. That would be
So
nice.
Papa will oblige.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh
I,
my
I
goodness.
couldn't imagine what Papa would draw. Right.
I still have Papa's birthday present in my saved in my files because I love it so much.
Truck gremlin heart. I want quiet one sulking in the front
Gremlin.
seat next to me. Anyway, how were your weeks? I also have to send something quickly to Cherry that I have on my phone that I keep forgetting to send to her.
Oh,
Oh, let me open my Discord.
it's the first of the OnlyFans.
Awesome! Free OnlyFans!
You've wanted to draw fan art for me for you. You won't lie. Oh my fucking god.
Hey.
Oh.
It begins.
It's nothing
It
interesting,
begins.
Cherry. It really isn't anything interesting. It's just what
We
popped up
go.
on my phone the other day. Right, how are your weeks? Sean, how was your week?
It's okay, I guess. Having like start getting more bloody uni work done, which sucks, but I'm not that far off finishing now, so I'm just sucking it up, I guess.
Yeah.
The
Fair
start of the week was alright. And I don't even know what the fuck happened, to be honest, at the start of the week.
We watched a documentary together.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And you played
And
Darkest Dungeon with me most of the week.
oh, I was in VC yesterday, wasn't it?
Well, you got in voice chat yesterday. You were in it the other stream, back just
Yeah.
eating in the chat.
You asked for it.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like, me and you know about as much, the same amount about the game. So,
Yeah.
like, when you shout at me about stuff, I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you just play it differently, obviously.
Yeah. I think that's the great thing about that game, though, is that everyone plays it a little differently. You all have, like, your favourite heroes to play with. That's why I don't mind, because it's, like, interesting to hear what you got to say.
What else have I done? Not really, just done much, to be fair. I haven't really been playing much, because I kind of don't feel like playing games when I'm, like, doing work and stuff.
Fair enough.
So I'm just playing through you, I guess.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Matt, how was your week?
Ooh, my week was pretty good. Not a whole lot. Like I said, Cyberpunk was yesterday. I'm trying to think of anything else that happened earlier this week. Oh, I guess I got a call from my parents. My mom's gotten her one-shot vaccination.
Nice.
So of course now they call me and they're like, "We bought tickets to go to Florida see your sister." I was like,
Oh.
all right, that was fast. But I'm like, but they are kind of cheaper right now, so sure, okay. And they're like, "Do you want us to get you one?" And I was like, "I do want to go back there." So I guess I'm going to Florida in October. We'll see how bad Florida is in October, but you know, so I'm kind of excited about that.
Fair
Good to
enough.
see my sister is always good. Oh, but then, so yeah, we had Cyberpunk yesterday, and I'm actually really happy with how it went, since it was kind of the second half of this scenario that I built for everybody, and I don't know, I felt like it came out really well, because I don't really I don't plan out every detail. I sort of just do the rough outline and then fill it in as I'm going, and I just felt like it worked out really well.
Nice. I'm happy it worked out well. I know how excited you are about it, so it's nice to know it's going well.
Yeah, I might ditch the system eventually, because it's really not my favorite, but I'll probably just keep all the lore and move over to Fate or something eventually, but yeah, no, I'm having fun with
I like the
Nice.
dance skill.
it. That turned out to be relevant finally.
One week, you're gonna have to talk to us properly about it. We'll have to have a podcast where you two just tell us about it.
No.
Oh, I could definitely do that. That'd be very good.
You could have Nanas on that one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Good.
We need to get hold of Shazzy and figure out next week or the week after for Shazzy. I might not
Oh,
say
we
next
definitely-
week for Shazzy, because I think there's a chance I might cancel next week depending on how this week goes. So it might be that I might just say the week after, or the week after is going to be the day after the 12-hour stream, actually.
Yeah,
Oh, shit, is it?
Yeah.
because it's on Saturday now because of someone.
Yeah.
Come on, yeah.
Someone extremely important.
Oh.
So
Cherry, how was your week?
I had a big week this week, and by big week I mean I had one day where, okay, so on Friday we played board games with Link, Age. It was Natters there, and we played the Link. We played the Legend of Zelda game, and it was like Natters was like blowing through it because we kind of missed a step. And she got really far, and then Age was like, "Are you guys too far into it, or can I join?" And we were like, "Yeah, you can join." And then Age ended up winning the whole thing because he got super lucky, and I just kept getting screwed. I just kept losing. I couldn't get past the second dungeon, and then in the third dungeon, I couldn't get past it for the longest time. And then I started making a comeback, but by the time I was making a comeback, Age was already at Ganon doing the showdown with Link, and they were like kind of fighting for it, and I was just like, okay, I got to get all the items, and now I got to get the dungeon. I was having a rough go of it. So after that, I had to end that early because the next day I had to wake up at 8 o'clock so I could drive for 2 hours to go beat Nanners.
Oh, that was this week.
It was!
Oh, how did that go?
Friendship date.
It was a great friendship date. We got there I got there an hour early because I have anxiety about making people wait. So
Yeah.
I got there an hour early and sat in my car with my other friend, and we were just chilling. And then Nanners came. Yes, I did. I had to. You don't understand.
I understand. I'm the same.
Yeah, I'd be the
I'd
same.
much rather be somewhere like 2 hours early than make someone wait for me.
We went to this restaurant, and so my friend got this really comfy chair with armrests, while Nanners and I got chairs that didn't have armrests. And then by the time the food came out, and Nanners got this really pretty plate, and my friend and I got boring plates, and by the time we actually started eating, Nanners' hamburger bullied her, and my friend's food was bad, but my food was great. My food was really good. And I felt bad because they were like, "Oh no," and I was like, stuffing my face with the sandwich that I got, and I was like, well then, this restaurant sucks. And the server lady just kept walking up to us and telling us not to rush. She's like, okay,
Weird.
you guys look like and by I think after 5 or so minutes, she was like, it looks like everything's slowing down, while I was stuffing my face. And she's like, okay, looks like everything's slowing down. Do you guys need a box? Don't rush, don't rush. And my friend was like, yeah, I'll get a box. And so she gets a box and she puts it in there. And then the person's like, again, don't rush, but here's the bill. And we were like, okay. And so after 2 or so more minutes, I was like, I guess I'll be done. We'll get a box and we'll head out and go somewhere else. And after that, it took her 10 minutes to come back. So I was like, I guess I'll take another bite of my french fries. So I grab one and I start eating it. And then suddenly she comes back and she's like, do you guys need 2 more boxes? And I was holding up the number 2 on my hand because I didn't want to say anything. And it was just like, yeah, we'd like some more boxes.
Wow.
So the rest... So eating there was kind of a fucking hellfest, but afterwards, we met up with Nanners and Nanners' mom and her sister because they were eating there too, and we chatted with them before leaving to go clothes shopping. Nanners got some very cute shorts and some nice pants, and I got 2 nice pants and some new shoes.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And then after that,
Why haven't I had any pictures of these shoes or these pants? When I buy nice things, I tend to share it with people. Why am I not getting shared with? I want to see pictures.
Wow, yeah, sure.
No,
Wow.
I'll take a picture after I'm done. And so, my friend was really hungry. My friend's diabetic, and since she didn't eat at the restaurant very much, she had already done insulin. So we had to go get food or something that had calories in it so that she wouldn't, go
Die?
into a coma. So we went to Starbucks
How
because
selfish.
I know, I cannot believe her. I gotta text her again and tell her how selfish she is.
How dare
And
you.
so she told me that like this coffee thing had a lot of calories in it, so it would be enough for her, not to die. So we went and got coffee, and then it was good coffee. I got this cookie frappe. It was really good, and I can't remember what it was. A salted caramel macchiato, I think. And like the lady could not hear Nanners. She was just like, "What? Wait, wait." And for some reason, it was really loud in there, even though they didn't have, you couldn't sit in the Starbucks, but it was, super loud in there, and you couldn't hear anybody. So then we went to, Goodwill, and I got scared by a cash register that I couldn't see the buttons on. So okay, so there was this toy cash register, and I pressed the open button, and I didn't know that it was the open button because I couldn't read it because I was too I was too short to read it. I couldn't see what it said. So I pressed it, and then it popped open, and I ran away. I was like, nope.
Oh my god.
And then Daniels was like, it says open. What did you think was gonna happen? And I was like, it does? And then I started pressing more buttons, and then it made noises, and I was like, oh, why is it making noises? And she's like, that's the on button! And I was like,
Oh my god,
oh.
Cherry.
Bye, Haru. I couldn't read it. I couldn't see it.
Cherry, has anybody ever told you that you might have anxiety?
I do.
She does
I
have
do.
anxiety.
I know, that's the joke.
My friend found a really cute dress there that she wore after, and then
That you wore for the first time.
I went to Walmart. We went to Walmart. We bought some stuff, and then we met all back up at the restaurant. And then we left. We hugged. We took some pictures. I have all 6 of them, and I refuse to delete the ones where Nanners is slowly going into a fit of laughter because we were both like, why are we smiling? We're wearing masks while taking this picture. So I just have this slideshow of slowly falling into laughter.
So cute.
Yay, that's adorable.
Nanners gave me her Animal Crossing physical copy, and now it's
Oh,
on
that's
my
right,
bookshelf.
yeah.
And then after that, we left, and I sped home because I had other plans that day as well, which I really gotta get better on planning my shit because then I had to go to my mom's.
You were
My
so tired.
I know. My sister did my makeup, my mom curled my hair, and I hate when my sister and my mom do stuff to me because they always make fun of my eyebrows. And so she was like, I won't do the rest of your makeup if you won't let me do your eyebrows. So I had to sit there and let her hurt me, and then she poked me in the eyeball with the mascara thing.
Oh my
And she was like, she grabbed the base of my neck, pushed my head back, and she was like, don't cry, and she's
What?
like,
That's
she's
terrifying, first of all.
picking up the tears in my tear duct with her fingers so that I wouldn't smudge the makeup.
Oh my god.
And then I had to curl my hair, and I was just sitting down like, I just want to go home. I don't want to do this anymore. Then we went to the park, and then we took pictures. And then after that, I was finally like, okay, well, we had to get groceries at Walmart because I tried to get my grad invites that day, but the Walmart was being mean to me. So hopefully my sister and my mom got them today. And then we finally went home, and after that we had D&D.
Nice.
Oh Oh my god, I did forget to pay for it, you son bitch. I'm coming now with $60. How dare people
Take my
always
money.
do this to me? They know I'm a forgetful bitch, so I'm just like, okay, I'll pay you back. And then like 6 years later, they're like, oh, also you never paid me back for that thing because I let you forget about it. And I was like, what? How could you?
You got me.
And then we had D&D till like 1 in the morning because it went really long because we just have too much
Sorry.
fun doing D&D all the time.
Sorry.
And I gotta pull off a maneuver and then I flashed a flashlight in this guy's eyes while he was driving behind us. It was pretty sick. And then after that, I played Overwatch, but I only played like maybe 4 or 5 rounds because I was very tired. That was all in one day, and that's a big day for me.
I would have died doing that day.
There's just so much. But yeah, that was pretty much my week. Literally nothing happening all week, and then everything happening on Saturday.
Fair enough.
Okay, now I'll go take a picture of the shoes I bought.
Thank you.
Ooze.
I'll also take a picture of the dress I bought. Because I also bought clothes with my mom on Friday for my senior pictures.
I'm the fucking same, Papa. Don't worry. I'm the same.
How was your week, Anna?
Well, I slowly died at work. Like, I couldn't sleep at all at the beginning of the week because, I'm so worried about next week that this week just was a waste of time. Like, this week might as well not have fucking happened. Then, because I wasn't sleeping, my arm hurt, so, like, I spent most of the first 4 days of the week just, like, lurking around the place, miserable, because I was in pain and tired all the time. I was like a fucking hunchback of Notre Dame. Fucking miserable as hell. Thankfully, none of the stuff that's been, like, upsetting me randomly, like the stupid stuff, happened this week. So it's all just been me being a bitch because I don't want to work next week. Like, literally, that's all. Like, anyone talk to me and I'm like, I'm not fucking looking forward to next week. Why have I got to do next week? Other than that, I watched a load of TV. I watched the new Louis Theroux documentary on the Tiger King.
Oh.
That was interesting because he did a documentary on exotic pet owners in the US before Tiger King was a documentary. So he'd met Joe Exotic like in 2011.
Oh.
So like that documentary is really good. I love that one. He met a bunch of people that's in that, and like he does this thing like my friend Kelly, who I know through like being a Formula One fan like when I was a teenager. She posted on Twitter, oh, this isn't really helping talk about the problems with exotic animals in the US. I'm like, it's not, because like one of the best documentaries he's done is because he used to do this thing where he used to meet famous people in the UK. And when I say famous, I mean like even Sean probably won't know half of them because they were very 90s, very Z-list. But like it was like, I mean, the only one I can think of that you guys might know is Chris Eubank.
Oh, no, that
Nope.
is.
He's a boxer. But he also did like
Centric,
Anne Widdecombe and a couple other. He's a fucking crazy man, but it's probably because of the boxing he turned crazy. But like he did Anne Widdecombe, he did like the Hamiltons, who I think they're politicians. I'm not too sure who the Hamiltons are. And he did a couple others, and he did one on Jimmy Savile, which is obviously before everyone. Well, I mean, people knew he was a bad guy back then, but it was before like you were allowed to say that, because like it wasn't until after he died, if you don't know about Jimmy Savile, that the victims were able to get a voice out there and people actually did something about it. When he was alive, politicians, the BBC, everyone hushed it up because he was like, you know, he was like a god in the UK to people of a certain generation, so he got away with so much. So after that, because like when he interviewed Jimmy Savile, like Jimmy Savile kind of become a mentor to him in some ways. So then when he died and all this stuff come out, he went back and did a documentary on Jimmy Savile, being like, how could I be so blind not to see what kind of person he was? And this was kind of like what he did with the Tiger King thing. So it wasn't so much he was going there to talk more about exotic animals and shit like that. His whole point was how, you know, have all these people watch this documentary and then decided he deserves not to be in prison and he's a good guy and stuff. Like, he wanted to look into the character and be like, what's going on? But the problem was, because Netflix own the right to all those people, like, he couldn't interview anyone. They threatened to sue the BBC because they had everyone under contract. He literally couldn't talk to anyone that was in that documentary other than Carol Baskin.
Wow.
And if you've ever watched that and you think Carol Baskin's crazy, watch the Louis Theroux one, because she's fucking normal as hell in that. Like, I was trying to explain to Sean why people would believe this woman killed her husband and chopped him up and fed him to a tiger, and I just couldn't, because she was so fucking normal in this documentary. Like, it was the complete opposite of Tiger King. But yeah, that was Monday. That was my Monday. And then I worked a lot, and then I think... Bree didn't stream much this week, did he? Because I kept complaining at you that he was cancelling streams.
Yeah.
Not complaining. I'm just complaining because I had nothing to do with my life when he cancelled stuff. Like, that's my highlight of the day. When that's gone, I'm like, what am I meant to do, Sean? So one day I watched, I talked about it earlier, but I watched a show called It's a Sin, which is on the Channel 4 over here, which is about the HIV stuff in the 80s. It's fucking sad as hell.
Yeah.
It made me cry so much. And I watched something about Monty Python, which was really funny. And yeah, and then I didn't do much. I'm talking about TV shows again, because that's all I fucking did. And I watched VODs. I sat down and I watched a load of gaming VODs. That was it. That was my life.
Yeah, I did that too.
There is something I forgot. After
Oh!
all that sad
Oh,
stuff.
amazing. She's taking up more of my time to talk about herself.
Yes.
Just like
Well,
a
'cause
wife would.
Yeah, exactly. I am your wife. Let me speak.
Oh my goodness. Both of you.
So, so I put something in my Google Maps that I forgot I put in there, so I was following it. And we went to the history farm, but the gates were closed for a quote-unquote private event. And my friend was looking around and there were a bunch of crosses with like flowers on them. And she was like, I think there's a funeral here.
Wow.
So you're like, yeah, let's get out of here. I'm sorry, I had to make it happy after your sadness.
Well, I'm gonna make it even sadder. Well, no, I'm not, because no one's gonna give a shit. But I was gonna say, the only other thing I did was, obviously, in the UK, Prince Philip died this weekend. So I was looking up, because I don't know much about Prince Philip, to be honest. I had no interest in learning about him. Like, he just didn't seem like an interesting person to learn about. He's fucking extremely interesting to learn about. And I just got angry at Americans that were talking shit about stuff they don't know, because they watched an interview with someone and decided that,
I mean, look,
you know...
Is he as interesting as DMX? Because if he's not, I don't want to hear about it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he is.
Just teasing. I'm just
I literally, until he died, had no idea who DMX was.
Are you saying that you don't care that X isn't gonna give it anymore?
Oh, he's still gonna give it to you. Hey, no, I'm not gonna hear none of that.
But, Matt, he's gone.
X,
You have to accept the fact that X can't give it anymore.
X don't care. He's tired of waiting for you to get it on your own. X gonna deliver to you from beyond the grave.
Wow. Wow. What the hell was this fucking conversation right now?
I don't know. I'm tired of talking about dead people.
We literally just had like 2 things about dead people.
Yeah, and I'm already tired.
I don't know. 2 things. And then...
And to be fair, Matt was the one who brought the second thing up. Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm so pleased with myself. Alright.
I won't share some of the interesting things I learned about him then.
No, I want to hear about it.
No, fuck you guys.
Nobody cares about the monarchy.
I guess I'll leave.
Uh-oh. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So what's the subject this week?
My God,
Right,
Matt.
now that Matt shut up, let me tell you
You know what the
about Prince
subject
Philip.
is?
Yeah, he does know what the subject is. He's just a dick.
Oh,
Does he though?
oh no.
Cherry.
What were you saying? What's up, Jerry?
Cherry. Cherry.
Jerry.
Subject is...
It was the same subject from the other week because we never did it.
Why have you muted me?
Good one?
Matt can't unmute himself. I muted him.
Oh.
Is it the returned one? Is that what we're doing?
We're doing games from our childhood.
Okay.
Because remember I was very tired when we tried to do it, and I decided we were going to do it last week, and then we weren't sure whether you were going to be here last week, so we did the tier list instead, even though you were here.
Alright. Anyways,
Yeah.
I want to hear about Prince Philip.
Oh, did you know that he was the first president of the WWF?
Really?
Yeah, he was like super into like environmental stuff and all that before it was like big in politics and all that.
Nice.
He also made the Duke of Edinburgh Award, which I honestly just thought was something that was a thing before he was Duke of Edinburgh. I honestly thought that. But he made it, and that's like a big thing in the UK. I never did it myself because I'm a lazy cunt, but lots of people fucking did it.
I've heard of it. What is it?
It's like just something that teenagers do. It teaches you like discipline and stuff. You do camping, orienteering and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You get an
I
award at
agree
the
with
end
that.
of it.
I've
It's
been
like-
going and
It's like big down here because we've got the moors, so they do the tours on the moor, and people have died doing it.
Oh my god.
But that's because teachers are idiots.
Well, yeah.
Wait, the teachers have died or students have died?
Students died.
Even
Oh.
better.
Because, like, the thing is, it's hard to explain the moors. I showed a picture once of the moors on Discord, and Chris was all, oh, it's really flat. You should go to somewhere really hilly. I'm like, you don't realize how fucking high up I am. Just because you can see to the sea from here doesn't fucking mean it's flat. You know, we're so high up. So when they take them out, like in Octoberish time, you don't know what the weather's going to be like on the moors. You know, and people have got caught in like thunderstorms where everything's got super
do it in
muddy,
October.
and then they've got like stuck in places. Yeah, it can be horrible out on the fucking moors.
why don't you just go in like spring? Be a bit of a better time, wouldn't it?
Well, because these things happen all year round. That's why. Like the whole point of the Duke of Edinburgh is to challenge people. But the teachers have to be smart. Like you don't go further into a field when you don't know what's in there in the middle of a thunderstorm.
Yeah, maybe
Like
not.
you go back towards the road and stay by the road. But yeah, no, it's a huge thing. The Duke of Edinburgh Award is huge in the UK. I didn't know anything about his military history either. I just thought he was had like royal titles like Prince Harry had. You know, when everyone like got bitchy about Prince Harry losing his titles, and I was like, he's only lost the titles he only got through birth. Like, he hasn't lost anything he actually earned himself. But Prince Philip actually fought through World War II. And I didn't know how, like, into that he was. Like, how important he was to everything. And he gave up his career in the Navy to marry the Queen.
Aw,
Which
that's
is,
so
like,
cute.
You know, a huge thing back then to give up such a big career to basically be in the shadow of a woman for the rest of your life.
Well,
Yeah,
and hasn't there
pretty
been a
much.
tradition past that every monarch, everybody in the royal family has had some kind of military career, right?
Oh yeah. All
Harry was
of
in the
the
ATF, I think.
yeah, all of the royal family go into the military. All of them, absolutely all of
Yeah.
them. But yeah, he was
What a
just a
legend.
very interesting man. And like all those idiots that posted that picture of him with the Nazis, that was actually when he was 17 and his sister died in a plane crash. And like all his sisters married Nazis, but his mum actually saved a Jewish family or kept them safe. I can't remember. I didn't read the end of that story because I got disrupted by something. Probably not something very interesting. And she like had the Gestapo coming after her and
Ooh.
all sorts. But
Oh my God.
like people posted it all over Twitter to prove he was a Nazi, but he was only actually there because it was his sister's funeral and it was before the war actually properly started, and he cut off his family after the war started. And as I said, he fought for the UK in the war and was a decorated military hero. Interesting.
What a legend.
Yeah, and obviously he did stupid stuff like driving a car into a wall. That is what
but,
most
like,
people in the
do
UK
dumb stuff all
remember.
the time.
I mean, that was like 3 or 4 years ago, so he would have been like in his mid-90s at the time.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have
so-
even been in a car.
Probably shouldn't
Yeah,
have
I was
been
gonna say,
driving.
probably should not have been even driving.
That's what people my generation are gonna remember him for. But I just found it interesting, like learning about his past. Like, I like history, as people know, and I like royal history as well. I like learning about the monarchy, obviously because of all the stupid Henry VIII stuff that's going on in our Discord. But it was interesting. It made me want to learn more about our current royal family. And then I just didn't, because Bree started streaming, and that's my life now, because I'm a
Wow.
very
I thought
sad
you were working
person.
class.
Huh?
I thought you were working class. Everybody knows the working class doesn't care about the monarchy.
I'm not the working class.
I've been lied to. What?
You're not working class.
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe,
from like
maybe
the
I've been listening to too
poor.
many Scots.
I'm like gutter stuff. I'm not
gutter
working
dump.
class. I'm below working class.
Aww.
Wow. Okay. Jeez. All right.
No, I'm
Fine.
genuinely. I'm not. I am like the tier below working class.
I was more implying just.
Oh,
people who
I'm
aren't
not a
upper
monarchist.
class
I
don't
don't
Yeah.
actually want a monarchy, but I find people like that interesting, especially people that come from like that World War II era, because people think it's so far away, but there are people still alive that lived through it, and I find it fascinating. It's like I'm pretty sure, I can't remember, it was Douglas Adams or Terry Pratchett or someone like that said you can never look at history through time, but through granddads. Because when you realise that your granddad was in World War II, it sounds much more closer in time than saying a day, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it was just interesting. I like learning about people in general, to be honest. I sit here on Wikipedia all day, as you fucking know, because I don't have a life. Don't have a life.
Oh, speaking of Terry Pratchett though, or with a quote that might have been Terry Pratchett. I'm onto Snuff, and it's the last book that I have downloaded right now. So for a second I was worried. I was like, no.
You've got 2
Can't be
more
the
after
last book.
that.
There's gotta be more. I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes me feel a lot better.
I haven't actually. Well, everyone knows that I haven't watched or read The Shepherd's Crown yet, which is the last book. because I've said it before. But I've only read half of Rising Steam as well. I don't know, I really like that book, but I've never been able to complete it for some reason. I don't know why.
I was gonna be okay if Snuff was the last one because it's a Vimes book, and I'm like, yeah. I like Vimes a lot. Vimes is great.
Do you know who is in the last book?
Shepherd's Crown. I would assume it's oh gosh, now I'm drawing a blank on her name, but the new witch.
Yeah, it's Tiffany Aiken.
Yeah, Tiffany. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, his witch stuff is so very good as well, but
I don't know. I don't like Tiffany Aiken much.
she's not my favorite, but I still really enjoy it. Like, just the way that he writes his witches is really, really good.
I mean, the way he writes women is just really, really good. Alright, topic for the week.
Yeah.
Matt, tell me you at least know what the topic is.
It's our favorite games from our childhood.
Thank you. See, at least the boys knew. Cherry's there like, I don't know.
I was like scrolling through all of our pins. I was like, oh my god, I don't know what it is.
Hey, Brent.
Hey,
Hey,
Brent.
Brent.
I
Hey,
hope you're having
Brent's
a
here
good day,
to
Brent.
support me.
Oh, Brent.
Brent, tell Fictional off because she picked on me earlier on today. Also,
yeah, bully fictional Brent.
your clothes look lovely, Cherry, by the way.
Oh, thank
I
you.
especially like the top 3 down. That looks really pretty.
Yeah, I got the jacket that's behind the
Oh.
dress for the dress.
I like those shoes.
Yeah, the
Those
shoes
are
are
good
amazing.
Yeah, be cute.
I know, I
Those
swear
shoes
to
were on
God.
clearance. I was like, shit.
Let's get some shoes.
Look, Fictional, if you're gonna follow me to my happy place and tell people things I haven't told them, and make my second favorite streamer read that thing out because he thought you were calling him a weirdo when you were calling me a weirdo. If that's what you're gonna do from now on, I'm just not gonna go to Bree's stream anymore. I'm gonna find a new streamer. Fuck you. I'll find someone else.
Sure.
Wow, Cherry. Have more faith.
So sassy this week.
Did I not leave Jeff's community? Did I not do
Yeah, but
that?
that was because of the community, not Jeff.
Yeah, well, this is about the community. It's about Fictional.
No, this is about your community.
Yeah.
Oh,
So shut up.
I need to walk out of my own community. I've already threatened that this stream is dying and that it will be over by November and I won't stream again. And Fictional's already got angry at me about that.
It won't end.
Nope.
We'll see.
I will pick up where you left off. I'll start
We
my
gotta
own
get to season
podcast.
5. Just like we've already said, it's gonna be a season 5. We can't just.
I'm gonna
we've
start
got-
my own podcast, and it's gonna be all the same people, and you're gonna still be the host, and I'm still gonna be the co-host.
We've got to get to November to get the coffee cup for Brent.
Coffee cup, coffee cup.
That's it. That's the goal. November to get a coffee cup for Brent to buy.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Right, games from your childhood. Who wants to start? What is the first game you remember ever playing?
Ooh, this one's easy.
I don't.
So,
There you go, Mark.
so here's the weird thing: is supposedly, according to my parents, I played stuff before this, but the earliest game that I remember playing was Warcraft 2. Because rather than put any effort into actually learning the game, which in fairness to me, I was like 6 or something. I can't imagine how young I was. So rather than learn how to play the game properly, I learned how to do map editing, because it was one of those RTSs that came with a map editor. And so I would just build scenarios where I had an overwhelming majority of the map and the other team had like one unit, and I would just win every time, and I was just like, yeah, I did it, I won. and so that's my earliest memory of gaming, is putting the odds extremely in my favor and not caring. But according to my parents, apparently I did also play Warcraft 1. I don't think they mentioned anything besides that. Though I also have another early gaming memory that's a little more solid too, but I'll let people do theirs first.
Okay, I just remembered mine. Who wants to? If anyone has anything, I can go.
You can go if you want.
You go.
Okay, well, I posted a picture in the podcast shit post.
Which we haven't used in forever.
We really haven't.
Oh my god, yeah. I've mentioned this before.
What the fuck is that?
Cherry?
It looks like a
game.
dildo coming out of the top
it's
of the
not.
mystery
It's a
machine.
ghost.
It's-
It's a ghost. And my dad, I loved Scooby Doo. I love Scooby Doo. So
Everyone here
got.
loves Scooby.
Shut up, Matt.
Wow.
My dad got
Compliment
me
the
a
dog.
game that was literally that, and you plug it into the TV, and it played a Scooby-Doo game, and that was my earliest memory of just playing with that and holding onto the buttons. And it was probably one of the hardest games I've ever played. Like, I don't know if I'd still be able to even find that thing, but yeah, that's my earliest childhood memory of a game, was playing that and eating shit all the time in the game and not being able to complete it.
Fair enough, fair enough. Mine is Wonderboy and Monsterland, which I talked about the last time we did this very badly. I had it on the Commodore 64. It was a really fun game. It was like the first... I mean, like, it makes sense, the kind of games I play nowadays, because it was just like an adventure game. It was as much open map as you would get back in that kind of era at a time. Like, you just ran around doing quests and stuff. It's very linear, but, like, to me, it just felt like a completely different world from all the other stuff, like I used to play, like Flicky and things like that. The New Zealand Story, that's another one I remember from back there. I've got the fucking box for that. I opened it up the other day to see if the cartridge was actually in there, but it wasn't. It's just a fucking empty box.
Oh, R.I.P.
I have the box though. Like, you know, those are
Yeah,
those are the kind of games that I used to play. Yeah. But yeah, no, Monster Boy or Wonder Boy and Monsterland, even, not Monster Boy. That was the first game I really remember playing, especially because, like, you had to do the passwords, and, like, you'd always, like, really carefully copy down the passwords, because God forbid you put one letter wrong, and you couldn't get back to your fucking save state, and you're just there, like, oh my fucking God, now I'm gonna have to do all of that over again, and you just have, like, in the boxes, like, piles and piles of passwords, and when you complete the game, you just go back and randomly go back to random different places. Ah, those were the days. Those were the days. Sean?
I don't like inherently know like the first one I ever played, but I used to play like demos and stuff with my brother. We played The Sims 2 a lot. Yeah,
Sims 2 was good. Sims 2 was great.
I mean, maybe one time, I think I was playing Need for Speed Most Wanted or something. And I played it like in the morning. This is like more of a vivid memory. I was in the, well, I got up like really, really early in the morning to play it like at, I don't know, 3 or 4 o'clock. And then like my dad called me and I had to get back upstairs. Yeah, and I think later on my brother ended up scratching the fuck out of that disc.
Oh.
With my mum's car keys, because he was angry at me for something, I don't know. we were fighting over something.
You destroyed the disc with your mom's car keys?
Yeah, I specifically remember it was
Damn.
Audi A3 car keys.
Did you used to get the PlayStation magazine with all the demos?
He did.
Did you?
No,
I
I think
used
I
to.
think we just got like it was like a specific demo disc, like out of it, maybe another game because it had like NHL, like hockey stuff on it, and I think it had a wrestling demo on it. We used to play.
I have a feeling I had that, you know.
It
I
might have
used
just
to
been a
get
random
the
demo disc, but
yeah.
we
I
played
used
that
to
quite a
get
fair
the
bit.
PlayStation magazine ones. Like had a
Yeah.
stack of fucking. I lived through demos. Like my family couldn't really afford games, so just lived through fucking demos through that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see
think we-
Papa Picosa saying Tomba. This is why I love this boy. One of my
My
all-time
dinner's
favorite
at the dark.
games. Have a
yeah,
good
yeah.
lunch,
My
Nanners. Tomba. I had Tomba on a demo disc. And then I got the game, for real. Sorry, Sean, you can carry on now. I've taken over enough.
I forgot what I was going on about. Oh yeah, we got games, or we had games, because I think we got some games from when my grandma was working at a charity shop. She'd just bring stuff back. That's how they got like the Game Boy games and stuff, or like the original Game Boy games. And yeah, I think we rented some stuff from Blockbuster, but I don't honestly remember going there very often.
My other earliest gaming memory was probably playing the first Assassin's Creed on my brother's Xbox.
Lol.
You
Like,
guys
I
are
played it
so
on his
young.
Hmm?
You guys are so young.
But like, I loved playing that game, and I've had a lot of fun with it. I remember it really vividly. But I also remember really vividly because my brother specifically liked having his Xbox standing up. I think it was an aesthetic thing for him, but that's like obviously really bad for it because if it falls over, it ruins the disc. So I had gotten up out of his room and like, well, it was at my dad's house. It was just this extra room that they had, and like I think I probably hit it with my foot or something because I'm very clumsy, and it fell and destroyed the disc. And I was so upset because I had never finished it. And I was like, no. And my brother gave no shits. He was like, I didn't even play that game.
Yeah, I think I did that for one of my brother's games once as well. I forgot what it was though.
I was very sad. I'm still sad about it. How dare you lol me, Matt?
What?
Nice, Brent.
You said lol when I said that
No.
I played the original fucking Assassin's Creed, and I could for the longest time I thought it was Brotherhood, but then I was like, this doesn't look like this one. And then I watched Link play the second one, and I was like, wait, is that? And then I looked it up, and it was the first one that I played, and I was like, I thought I was too young to play the first one. But then I realized my brother wasn't though, so he probably had it for a long time.
Yeah,
Because my
your brother's
brother
the
is
same
as
age
old
as
as
my brother.
Link. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else got anything?
I definitely have more.
But
So it was a little-
this is only for the first games that you can think of. I've got more questions. This is how I'm
mean, I've got-
combating us going off topic this time, is asking a lot of questions.
I've got some other like very early ones that I recall.
Go on
But
then.
they're like a little later on to where I actually have more concrete memories and where I actually learned how to play the game. Because you know, like the earliest memories for me are just like messing around in games and actually, you know, playing them the way that they were ever meant to be played.
Yeah,
It's just, you know,
you just
you
press
hitting
buttons. Yeah.
Yeah,
Zoom.
basically. Because the first one that I have a lot of memories attached to is what was it? Not Morrowind, the one before. No, Morrowind. Yeah, it was Morrowind. The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind.
Yeah.
Because it was the first game. So like my mom worked. Where did she work? She worked at Kinko's or something, which is a copy. I'm gonna assume that the UK doesn't have Kinko's.
We do.
It's a copy shop. But she got on with some of the people there, and one of them was kind of a PC nerd, like a really early PC nerd, and he was like, "Oh, you should totally play this game. You should get this game." And it was like the first PC game we ever bought, and we were like, "Oh, all right, yeah, cool, great." We had a beige Dell that just came as is. I have no idea what the specs on it were. It was so long ago. But so we got the game, we tried to play it, and the first thing that happens is we got through like character creation, and we went to go leave the boat, this internal like space that you start the game in, and as soon as we tried to do that, the game would crash, like completely crash, because it's trying to load the overworld, the entire outside of the game, and I don't think our computer even had a GPU, like it did not have a graphics card at all. So we were like, why can't we? Why does it keep breaking? And so that was our first experience with upgrading a computer, and like that was how I got started in that, and now it's a lifelong obsession. And I love the Elder Scrolls series because of that, and like so many things came out of that.
That's really sweet.
It's fantastic.
That's adorable.
It really is.
Thank you.
I just...
Alright, the next question is, what was your favourite game when you were growing up?
Easy.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think I know
know
yours,
mine,
Jerry.
actually.
How do you not know your favourite game growing up, Sean?
I've played a few things. I've probably got a couple.
You're like really non-committal to everything, aren't you? You're just kind of like so laid back. You're like, eh.
Yeah, but I don't want to say like Abe's Odyssey or anything, because I didn't really play them as much. I played a lot of like racing games. And
Yeah,
stuff
but
growing up.
we're not talking about what you played a lot. What was your favourite game? What was the game that you just loved playing when you were younger?
I love playing Tekken 5.
Tekken 5 was good.
But yeah, like Most Wanted and that, they were really good. What else? Why don't someone else go? And I think.
Well, you
Because
didn't
we're
actually
listening
say
to
that you could go. I just asked the question. Why couldn't you think up a favourite game? You have to go now. Jeez.
Matt, would you like to go?
I mean, I could go again. I don't necessarily want to bore everybody with talking for too long, but yeah, I could go.
Yeah, go, because the show needs about an hour to think anyway.
Okay.
Shut up.
I mean, I was a big gamer, so it's a little hard, but I'm gonna be honest. There's a few incidences that make me that require me to choose Halo or Halo 2, probably more likely.
Fucking Halo. I'm pretty sure that's what Tori played as well. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
Tori
she
was a
loves to- she
Halo
loves
girl. Yeah.
So the way that I remember it is, I used to go to, there was a kind of a community center near my house when the first Halo was really big, and I wasn't old enough to own my own console, and even if I was, I think our family probably couldn't have afforded one at the time. So I didn't have an original Xbox, at least not for a while. So my first experience with Halo was playing it at this recreation center that somebody would bring their Xbox in, and their 4 controllers, including the one giant one that came with the console that nobody ever wanted to use, but because I was like the youngest person there, and you know, he's just like, yeah, I don't care, whatever, give this giant awful controller to the kid, like, because nobody else is gonna use it. And first of all, that's double cruel, because as a child, you have tiny hands, and this controller was a monster. But so anyway, so I remember playing a lot of the first Halo there, and kind of getting my first experience of like competitive, play, even if it wasn't, like ranked or anything weird like that. And so I got really had a lot of fun with that, and I ended up getting it eventually when I had my own console. And then I remember Halo 2 coming out, or them announcing Halo 2, and I remember being just the most excited for dual wielding. I don't know why. That was the feature I was most excited for. And I remember I was also playing Magic the Gathering at the time, although all I had was like hand-me-down cards. But the point is, I had a card box. I had this just cardboard card box to keep my decks in. And I was so excited for Halo 2 that I literally wrote Halo 2 on the entire outside of this card box. Just like a crazy person scrawling the walls of their prison cell. Like the prophets are speaking into their heads. Like, that was how obsessed with Halo 2 coming out I was, and that's the reason that I have to assume that it's the only thing I can choose here. It was something else, man.
It sounds it.
Well, and to speak to the actual game, since I realize now it's the only thing connecting me to it is all this just circumstantial. I remember very, very much enjoying Halo 2 and playing it a lot, to the point where I would drag my Xbox, when it was the original Xbox that weighed like 30 fucking pounds, down the street to my friend's house, and we would do a System Link game like every week. And I remember we used to do all the stuff where you would break the game and like get out of bounds on any of the maps. Like, I loved doing that. I remember when some of the first like game types, custom game types people were developing before you could actually do that, when you were just like Infection is an official game type now, and I remember when it was just like everybody agreed that if you died, you would change teams and you would just use the sword, and now you're one of the infected, and if anybody else kills you, then you have to change teams and use the sword. Like, it was just such a wild time to be part of, just a weird social movement that had no backing behind it besides just people agreeing to do it. I mean, as much as any game can have that kind of stuff. Anyway, so yeah, that's Halo 2.
Fair.
Nice.
Alright, I'll give Sean more time to think about it, and I'll go.
Oh,
So
I think I've got it now, but yeah.
I have two. So I have one for just what I played by myself when my sister started not liking me anymore, because she went through that phase of I hate my sister, and so I played by myself a lot. And I have one for when she still liked me. So when my sister still liked me, we played Toy Story 3, the game for the Xbox 360, all the time. So much so that when my cousins would come over, we'd play with them. But you can only have 2 people playing at a time. Like, well, at least we only could, because we only had 2 controllers at the time. And like, it got to the point where they would want to play by themselves, but like, it was our game, and I didn't want them to like finish anything before us. So, and they wanted to play it so much that at one point I think I had completed it, or I don't think I ever did, but I hid the disc from them and then told them I lost it, because I was like, I don't want to play this game with you guys because you're ruining it for me.
That sounds like something you would do. I can see you doing that. You were that kid.
I am that kid. And so like,
This is my game. You can't have it.
take me by toys, then going home.
So But after that, because, like, I think at that point they had started ruining the disc because they didn't know how to put it in right.
Yeah.
They kept trying to put it in upside down, and so it was getting really scratched and ruined. And I really wanted to finish it. I was like, oh, I lost it. Onions. And then, even later than that, when my cousin had her second kid, we started playing it while he was around, and there's this one part where you can get a dragon and you can just spam fireballs and it makes weird baby noises the whole time.
What
And
the
that's all
fuck?
we did
Hmm.
because we liked the sandbox more than the actual story, and the fucking story was so hard at one point. I was trying to defeat this one where you have to run from rising coffee from this witch, and I always died. And even later, because Sean bought me the game for my birthday, and even
Oh.
later, I still had problems with it because it's glitchy as fuck. And
Lol.
like, I was so mad. I was like, I'm not gonna get mad at this children's game. And I ended up getting mad at this children's game. I was like, oh my fucking god, kill me, please.
You
So-
have no choice. You must be angry at dumb children's games.
I must. And the second one, I mean, closely related to Matt's, was Skyrim. I played Skyrim
Yeah.
every weekend I was at my father's when he had to leave. Every time, because I think after, like, during the summer, we were able to stay longer because we didn't have to go to school, and my dad works nights. So on Mondays through Wednesdays, we were pretty much alone, and so I would just play the shit out of that, and I'd do every single thing you could. And I remember I was at Black Reach, like, cause I got a dog, and I didn't know that you could make the dog like stay somewhere if you bought a house, cause I was like, I didn't even know you could buy a house at that point. So every time the dog would die, cause the dog doesn't come back, I would reload. So I saved every fucking time. Like, I'd save every 5 minutes because I really did not want my dog to die. So I was at Black Reach, and at one point I had to let the dog die because I hadn't saved till I got in there. And Black Reach, and like, and the Ninroot, the red Ninroot mission was glitched for me, so like I had negative Ninroot for
Oh.
that one mission because I put it in a chest, and then when I got it back
Oh.
out, it went negative, and then when I got it back out, it still didn't go to 0. It was still at -2. So I was like,
What the
well, this is a botched quest. I'm not doing this shit anymore. So I didn't do it, and that was when my dog died. I was so upset. And then after that, after I just got out of Black Reach, and I was like, okay, this is everything I fought for. My dog died in here, and I'm sad about it. The game crashed.
Oh!
And then when I tried to reload it, I couldn't reload it. It would never load again. So there is a
Jesus
save
fucking Christ.
with a very sad Khajiit trying to get out of Black Reach where her dog died, and she's just stuck in the stairwell forever.
Um,
Wow.
And I didn't play Skyrim for 6 months after that, because I literally cried after it wouldn't
Mhm.
load because I had gotten so far, and Black Reach was super difficult for me because I was still younger. And then afterwards, I went back, did another playthrough, and I've since beat the game like 3 times.
Yay.
And I completed it where I was a Stormcloak as a dark elf because I liked the irony. And then when you storm Whiterun, I was really sad storming Whiterun because that's where you start, and I had like I almost cried because I was really sad. I was like, how can I do these to these people who were so nice to me, and now I'm just
Yeah.
destroying their whole fucking city because fuck you in particular.
They hecked up.
I guess the Stormcloaks are assholes. And yes, Papa, Toy Story 3 is a banger of a game, and I won't let anyone tell me otherwise.
I never played
Oh
it,
my
to be
God.
honest.
Oh my god, Anna, if you ever play it, you just have to get to the point where you unlock the stunt track and the racing track,
Oh
because
my
the
God.
car controls, top tier, like, smooth
Down,
as hell.
down.
And like I am
Okay.
now a professional gaming driver, so you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, you should
Yes.
try those physics.
you should. I played it for Sean, and like in the Discord, and it went super well.
It sounds it did.
Yeah.
Sean, do you want to go next, or do you want me to go first?
I mean, I can go, sure.
It's up to you.
The thing with me though is like I don't think I obsessed like massively over a certain game. I tended to like chop and change a lot. The one I think
What we're learning now is
Give me
that
a
Sean
sec.
doesn't have emotional connections to things.
no,
He thinks you have to obsess over something for it to
Wow.
be
No,
your
I just forget.
favorite.
I'm that forgetful. I literally barely remember shit from my childhood, to be honest.
It's very hit or miss for me too, with stuff like that.
I guess they never miss, huh?
Well, you are still a child, so you know. There's a bit of a
True.
difference.
Who are you talking to?
Well, you're
Sherry.
not a fucking child anymore, are you? You're an adult.
Hey,
I'm
I
technically
just
Cherry.
got out of the shot. I'm an adult too!
Just got out of a child.
Oh.
That's what
I
she said.
just got out of the
Alright,
child.
no, hold on. Everybody slow your roll with that.
And you know what? If we're talking emotionally, I haven't been a child since I was 8 years old, because fuck you.
No.
Wow.
And yet I can say the word butthole and you crack up, so
Okay,
Yeah.
there's a distinct difference between having immature humor and also we all know the dichotomy of me. Butthole is funny,
it's
but
true. It's true.
stupid high school how does Flat Stanley get a boner is not funny.
No.
Not
No.
funny. Didn't
Did not
laugh.
laugh. Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh my god.
Um,
That stream we just have to have a stream where we do puzzles like every couple of weeks because it's chaos every time and I don't understand how
Because
jigsaw puzzles become like a fucking ordeal for all of us.
We can do one next week if you want.
Oh my god. I'm just saying we
Yes.
have to- I'm just saying. Oh my goodness.
Because we get too into the puzzles and then we're like, that's not where that goes. That's not where that goes.
Stop touching my pieces!
This is
Who
mine.
moved
One
this?
more time, I swear I'm gonna come over there.
Where are you
Why did
going
you
with
flip
my
that one
piece?
around?
But no, like,
Sorry.
to be fair, I'm working all day next Sunday, and then I'm working an evening shift on the Monday. So we could do puzzles, and then I don't have to think.
I'm okay with that.
I'm
if you
very
can handle
okay
the
with that.
stress.
It will be less stressful than work, that's for sure.
That's true. That's fair.
Puzzles make me make my humor go from haha everything's funny to immediate sass, super dry humor.
Well, all
I
of
don't know what
you,
puzzles do to me.
all of you need to submit pictures for these puzzles in the podcast
Yes.
DM. And if anyone has any
Alright.
pictures they want in the podcast next week, send them to me, and I will put them in a thing, and we'll pick one at random. Sean has now had 2 attempts to tell us his favourite game from his childhood, so I'm gonna go.
oh, okay.
Because he's taking forever with this. Like, he's making
Everyone
a
keeps
meal of
talking.
it. My favourite
It's not gonna be
probably
a long
growing
story
up...
coming from me, is it? Anyway.
Like, you could literally just say a name of a game, Sean. You could have literally just said Abe's Odyssey. You literally could have just said that.
Yeah, but then you're just mad at me saying I don't talk much. So fuck you.
Good comeback, Sean. Good comeback.
Asking Sean questions just doesn't work, does it?
No.
I'm not gonna say anything now.
Alright, you
Oh,
sit
that'll be
there.
so different.
Anyway,
I'm sorry, it was right there.
for me, growing up, it was my favorite game was probably Monkey Island, The Curse of Monkey Island.
Oh,
Like, it was-
banger of a game.
Yeah, it was like I played the other two, the first two, but I think like the cartoony style of Curse was like my favorite thing. And I think it was like my cousin had it, so I was only allowed to play it when I was at my nan's house. And like when he allowed me to, and like because I was anxious as a kid as well, I didn't like to like go and be like, oh, can I go on your computer and play this game? So it was like it was a special thing when I actually got to play it, and like all the humor I love, all of it came from that, and like it's just stayed with me as one of my favorite games. And I know like a lot of people didn't like that they changed to the cartoony style, but like as a kid, I loved it. I loved the cartoon like so much more than the pixel stuff. It was so much easier to play than the original two as well, because you didn't have to hunt the screen for like every little pixel to find what you're meant to be clicking on. But yeah, Monkey Island was my favourite game growing up. See, it's that simple, Sean, that simple.
Right.
Oh my gosh, you guys. So mean to Sean.
Do you want to add anything else, Sean? Or are we going to move on? Oh, he really isn't going to talk anymore. Alright, the last question.
Okay, I'll say.
For fuck's sake.
Like, I played a lot of Lego Star Wars 2, and 1 actually, for that matter.
Yeah.
And I think I ended up like maybe 100% in them both.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Nice.
I think I might use a walkthrough or like a guide, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of
Yeah,
100%,
collectibles in them.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Those
I-
games especially too were like did a lot to incentivize you to 100% them, which not all games do. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, I don't give a shit about achievements, but like those games were just like watching that little bar fill up at the end of the level, you're like, fuck, what did I
Yeah.
miss?
Getting all the mini kits and stuff for you, like for
Yeah.
the ships and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about it with Akbar, weren't we, the other week? Because like he was really excited that he was completing. Which one did he
I
complete?
think it was Pirates of the Caribbean, was it?
Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. He was like, I know it sounds really stupid because it's a kid's game. And we were like, no, they're actually like kind of semi-difficult because you have to find all those collectibles and stuff. It's a fucking chore. Most kids won't do it because it's so
Yeah.
fucking time-consuming.
There's like one, I think, in the original saga, you have to do like something to go through the whole story in one sitting to like get one mini kit or something as well, which is a bully.
Yeah.
I think you have to do it in a certain time as well.
Mm.
I very, very rarely have the attention span to complete the Lego games, to be fair.
I rarely ever have the attention span to complete any game.
True, same. But especially not the Lego game. Like, I love the Lego games, but I don't. It's why, like, when Akbar was like, oh, it sounds so stupid because it's a kid's game. I was like, no, I don't do it. Like, I love the Lego games. I'll play them all the time. But sitting down to complete them, that will take me... It will take me as long as it took me to complete Persona 5. Like, it literally would.
Hello, Chazzy.
Have you not finished it?
It's sitting on my PS2, or PS3 rather, and I haven't done it. I need to. I don't even know how far into it I am. I don't know. It's kind of an emotional thing for me. Just because I'm getting really attached to the game, and then like it makes me wish that I'd done more in high school and stuff, and then I get really introspective, and it's not fun.
Oh, yeah, no, I get like that.
I don't know. It's not. That's a me problem. The game is fantastic.
I was talking to people at work, and it's kind of vaguely related, but it was like, I was talking to people at work the other day, and they were asking about why I don't stream full time and stuff like that, and I was trying to explain it to them, and then I just turned around and I was like, everything in my life suddenly that day, I just sat there and I was like, my niece was going on about something at school. I was like, you know what? I really wish I had more friends at school. It sounds so nice to have friends at school. She's got these friends that she leaves the house at 7 a.m. to go and visit. You know, I left the house at 7 a.m. to go to school to get away from my dad. Like, I didn't have a friend to go and see. I just sat outside the school waiting for it to open. You know? So, I get that. Like, anything will set me off on that kind of road. I just sit there and I'm like, Like I think I said in Discord today, I'm 32 and I still haven't got my life together. Don't think I'm going to get it together anytime soon.
Not 32 yet.
No, I'm nearly 32 though. I need to get used to saying I'm 32. That's fucking depressing. It's only a month to go now.
It's one of those things where it's not the most optimistic, but I think I'm taking the stance of like, well, not done yet. Might as well keep up with it.
Not dead yet.
I don't know, man. Whatever gets you
I'm
through.
not even that old yet. I think the same thing.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. Like, my planner, like, I talk about my planner all the fucking time. I'm still on it. I'm still doing it. I'm still writing in it every single day. I'm still doing targets every single week. I'm still doing it. I've kept up with it all year so far.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, no, every single week in the notes section, like, recently, like, I used to just write notes, or, like, actually, like, put things that happened during the week in the notes section if I couldn't fit it in the day. Now it's literally just, as long as you're alive at the end of the week, who fucking cares? Like, as long as you survive, who cares?
Yep.
Task for this week, survive. Just get through it. Don't think about it. Just get through it and you're fine. Like, that is literally every single fucking week now.
Especially the last few years in the world as large, I feel like, is sort of that. Just keep your head down.
As long as you're alive, you know, you're alive.
Hope the World War III doesn't break out this week, and then just see what happens next week.
But that is a mood. Just stay alive. As long as you're alive, you're winning. You're winning at life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm winning at life, to be honest, but, you know...
Yeah, like, please, we should definitely move on from the subject.
Right, the last one, because this will take us up to an hour of talking about it. If there was one game you can have remastered or remade from your childhood, what would it be?
I mean, there's a lot to choose from, but I definitely have mine.
I have mine as well. I'll go first, and give everyone else a chance to think, other than Matt. But I know that Matt will get anxious about going first again, so I'll go first. Mine's Tomba. I think Tomba would be a great game to remaster or remake, even just remake, you know? Yeah, it's would be amazing to have it, like, bigger than it was. Like, as a kid, it was such a big game because, like, you played in, like, the background and the foreground, like, you could skip in and out. It was like a 3D thing. So, like, if you ran down one side, you could go and run down the back of that area as well and stuff. And there was, like, so many areas. Like, there was a haunted mansion area where, like, the castle was kind of, like, 3D-ish. So, like, when you got to the side, you pressed up and then you'd go to the other side of, like, the building and stuff. And it was, like, a fucking maze. I just think they could make it bigger and better and more amazing. And I think it's perfect. The perfect kind of game. Because, again, it had quests. It had quirky characters. And it was a lot of fun. It was a platforming game. I suck at platforming. And I could play that game, you know? And there was a lot of puzzles and stuff in it. I think it's the perfect kind of game to bring back. Like it's proven now that people will play games like that, because look at how many people loved like the remakes of things like Crash Bandicoot and all that. People want colourful, easy to play games, and I think Tomba is the perfect one. And I'm so fucking upset that apparently America can get it on their PlayStation stores, but we can't in Europe.
Wow.
I'm so fucking salty about
that. Get a VPN from Soft.
Fuck my life.
Don't you have one? I think I've got my game, by the way.
Yeah, do you want to go next?
Alright. I think I'd like the first Jack and Daxter to be remastered.
Ooh.
I can't believe it actually over. I didn't even fucking remember about that game for the whole podcast, to be honest. But,
I was wondering why you hadn't mentioned that game yet.
You are?
I was wondering why you hadn't mentioned it yet.
I just get overwhelmed and just forget things. Especially when everyone's bloody shouting at me. But yeah, I think it's just such a good platform. I used to play that a shit ton as well. And I think especially like with the stuff that's been remastered. I know Naughty Dog. Don't like to go back to that. Don't like to go back to the Jack and Daxter series, to be fair, do they? But yeah, I just think it's a really well fleshed out game. It was just fun to go through the whole thing. It's just a pure platform. There's like nothing. Plus, there's a bit of combat, and like the whole world's just really immersive and stuff.
Yeah, it was a good game. I used to like it when I was growing up. I would have been a teenager probably at that point, but I liked it. Yeah, not far off. It came out in 2001 or something. Cherry, do you have a game?
No. I thought of a meme one.
Go on.
Wow.
Well, we'll listen to the meme.
Alright, now hear me out.
If you say Battletoads.
No, shut up.
Okay.
Didn't Battletoads get remastered?
I used to have this game.
Yeah, wasn't it terrible?
So here's some backstory. My grandpa used to watch these really, like, you know, like the channel that has like Storage Wars and shit, or like those Yukon people living in the
TLC?
Yukon. Maybe, but
I don't remember, but yeah.
So there was a show called The Deadliest Catch. Now, hear me out. So this show, you caught crabs, and it was like literally like they caught crabs during like the worst part, like during the worst weather, and it's like super dangerous.
Right, we are talking about actual crabs, right?
Yes, crabs. Like, yeah, you caught crabs because in Alaska, there's a certain time where crabs, like the price of crab, goes up a lot. So people
it's so dangerous to try and get them at that time. Yeah.
Yes. So they go out, and during the worst weather, it's like people die a lot doing this. Yeah. So there was this game called the game called The Deadliest Catch. It's like a manager kind of game. I don't remember a lot about it, but I do remember I destroyed the disc in the same way I destroyed the Assassin's Creed game. But I used to play it. For some reason, I played it all the time. I didn't even like the game. I hated it. It was boring, but I would play it for hours, and I don't know why, but I was just like, I gotta get all the money. I gotta get all this crab back to the forest so I can get more money, and then I can go back out and get more crabs. So I think that The Deadliest Catch for the Xbox 360 needs to have a remastered game that's more immersive, that you can, like, I'm talking like first person catching crabs, trying not to die, like health bar. You have to keep track of your, like, how cold you are, because it's really cold there.
like how often you sleep, because that factored into the show a whole bunch. I watched a little bit of this show.
Yeah,
They're always showing
like,
people in cots.
I'm
They're like,
just
"This is when we
saying.
sleep. It's terrible."
You, and like to sleep, it's like a quick time event, so you don't fall out of your
God,
bed.
no, fuck off
Oh
with that. No
my
quick time
God.
events. Absolutely not.
Well, what are you talking about? There has to be quick time events, because how are you gonna get the crab back on the ship?
Oh
God,
my
You're gonna
god.
And
stay
then-
in your
fuck
bed.
quick time events.
And then you can, like bring your boat back to shore, and it can be really immersive. I'm just saying. I'm
It could be
just
gambling mini
saying.
games so you can lose all your money once
Yeah,
you
and
bring
then
it
you
back
have to
shore,
go back
just like
and
a real
get
sailor.
more crab. I'm just saying, if that game had a remaster that was way more immersive than it was, it could be really good.
No, here's what you do. Here's what you do. You make it a roguelike.
Oh
So it's
my
different
god,
every
a
time.
roguelike!
So you
Like
come back.
FPL?
Yeah, so you come back to dock, and that's like when the game resets. So you can like, when you're in dock, you buy some stuff some bonuses that like last throughout the other games, right? So like you know you get like a slightly better shirt or something that keeps you a little warmer during the next run, or whatever. Like that's when you buy your permanent upgrades, is when you're in dock.
Can I just say that there's one thing?
Mhm.
You're making
Yeah?
this hypothetical remake of this game much better than it deserves to be.
Yes,
That's the best
exactly.
part.
That's the me, man.
I love doing this.
That's it, right? Like, take a really shitty game, like, oh, I don't know, the Deadliest Catch, and then you make it like super good to where everybody wants to play it, and they think it's like the first game of this like of
Red Dead Redemption.
yes,
Because there was a game
like,
before that in the series, but nobody remembers it because it wasn't good.
exactly. And then people will be like, wow, this Deadliest Catch game is stupidly immersive because it's based off of a TV show. And then that's when you hit them with a,
That's
it's a
very
remake,
good.
it's a remaster. You fucking
Of what?
drag them in. And then they play the first one and realize it's awful.
This is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm a favorite of this.
I still don't know why I played that game all the time. When Skyrim broke and like my Assassin's Creed game like broke, that's what I played. I played that and I hated it. I hated every second of it and I played it all the time.
That says
I'd
more
go
about
there.
you than anything you said today. The fact that you sat there and played something you hated so much.
It was so boring, but that was also my first experience with like watching things while playing a game. So I'd watch stuff while playing it, so I could do something with my hands while I was watching something, so that my grandparents and dad couldn't tell me that I was a lazy good for nothing and didn't do anything because I was
Deadliest
doing
Catch
something.
is amazing, Nanas. Octodad is a great game.
I
Octodad is
still have
very
not
good.
played it. I
Oh,
really need to.
Matt, play it. It's so good.
No, it's not enough, Daters. That's not enough. We
Right.
have to have more.
Right, let Matt, because we're running out of time now, so we need to,
Yeah,
we
we
need to
are.
let Matt
Okay,
say his piece.
so mine, I'm okay. First of all, really quickly, Papa said that he's looking forward to
Diablo 2.
the Diablo 2 remake, and I was also looking at an excuse to buy that. So, Papa, do you want to play Diablo 2 with me? The
That's
remake?
so cute!
Because there's I don't know anybody else that I would play it with, and I need an excuse to buy it because I loved Diablo 2.
That is the cutest thing. Like, this whole
Well,
podcast
also-
has just
I
been
also
Matt
wanna
being
buy-
so cute.
Scrolling on the cardboard box like a crazy man in a
God.
prison cell.
Wish I never told anybody that. It's
Halo 2,
literally the
Halo
dumbest thing I
2.
did as a child.
I'm
God.
gonna remember that
So
forever.
stupid. Okay, but so anyway, the other thing I was looking at buying was the Halo 3 because they brought back the Necromancer, and I have a really great memory of Halo 2 playing the Necromancer before they patched him, where you could have like 60 things. You could summon like 60 things at a time. Before they reduced the overall amount, and so I would go into public multiplayer servers and lag out the server because I'd filled the entire town, like the entire safe area, with skeletons so nobody could move around, and they were like, "Get the fuck out of here." Okay, sorry, that was a distraction. The game that I want to be remade is the Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2.
Nice.
Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, or I will accept just a continuation of the series with the Knights of the Old Republic 3, only if the original BioWare team works on it. Because all of this shit is garbage, and I'm sick of it, and I just want another good, like, character-driven game. I didn't even dislike Andromeda that much. Anyway, the point is, I loved those games. Those were the first BioWare games that I played, and I fell in love with the way that they kind of like Joss Whedon character banter and like character interaction between you and your crew, and like, oh man, I loved it. And then they went on to make my absolute favorite game of all time, bar none, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. And now they've remastered those, although they don't look that different, and frankly I got about the same performance out of mods, but anyway, they're still good games. Play those games. So yeah, without going on for too much longer about stuff that isn't my answer, yeah, Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2.
Nice.
Nice.
I feel like we had a good group of games there, except for cherries.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Actually, no, you know what? I am very down
Great.
for making something that shouldn't work. Like, actually, what you were talking about sounded like an amazing game to play. I like sim games, so I would sit there and fucking play that.
I'm just saying, like, a game that's just so bad that even the people playing it hate it, and then suddenly, remake, it's amazing, and no one can stop playing it.
Apparently, a Deadliest Catch game came out in 2019.
It's been remade!
It's happened.
Oh,
I doubt
fuck.
But
Is
they
it
were
on
all of
Steam?
them deceived, for another remake was made. Am I the only one that's seen Lord of the Rings enough to know the opening bit by heart?
No, I got what you were saying, but I also
Okay.
asked Sean if it was on Steam, so I was waiting
Oh, I'm
for an
sorry.
answer.
Yeah, it is on
Sorry,
Steam. Sorry, I
sorry.
didn't hear you.
It is on Steam. Oh, I might
Yeah.
buy that. Just to play it for cherry.
Definitely.
How much is it?
Definitely
It's
have to
$20.
do.
$20. So like
Oof.
15. Oh, yeah, the reviews. don't
Guarantee
keep
it's not
me
worth
moving.
that.
The reviews are mostly negative. apparently.
What were you expecting them to be?
Yeah, it's
Terry
because
wasn't
I didn't...
involved. Yeah.
Exactly. You got to my own joke before I could make it.
I knew where you were going.
Apparently, like, it's negative because it's got bugs. Like, people seem to
Oh.
actually like it, though.
Yeah,
The
it might be
game itself has
amazing.
potential. It's pretty addictive. However, the AR are derpy and can sometimes bug out along with the entire game if you attempt to save the game. Or go into a semi-crash state. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah, but by the looks of it, it's like... Yeah,
It's 'cause
it
I
just seems
Like a
as buggy as hell.
simulation type thing, isn't it?
No, that's what the first one was like. It was a simulation game.
No, but like a real world simulation thing.
I might need to buy that for the 12-hour stream and just drag Cherry on here to talk to me
Yes.
about it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Right,
Cherry's
Pog
an
of the
expert.
week. Pog of the week. But this week, you have to nominate a game from your childhood.
Oh.
Easy.
Deadliest Catch, obviously, from Cherry.
No, wait, hold on. Can we make it a little harder and say it can't be one that you've already mentioned?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, sure.
Like, just to get some new stuff in there.
Why do you hate me?
Because I
Okay.
want to make you think.
Ratchet and Clank,
Come on,
Ratchet and Clank
content.
3. for me.
Ratchet and Clank.
Wait,
Three.
can I make the poll?
Oh, yeah, alright, I'll come out with the poll. You can do it.
Yes! The time is now!
Oh no, what does this
Oh,
mean?
man.
I'm worried.
Right, Matt, what do you want on there?
can we come back to me? I need to think for a sec.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, wait. What was it? Ratchet and Clank 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you spell Ratchet?
RATCHET.
Oh, so it's like it's sounds. Okay.
Yeah, like a ratchet.
I thought it was spelled fancy because it's a name.
Oh my
Fuck you
God.
guys.
No,
To be fair, I would have put
Cherry,
two T's
Cherry
on
does
the
have
end.
a point.
Yeah.
Cherry does have a point.
Uh,
Okay.
Oh no.
what's yours, Anna?
I'll probably go for. I've got a list here. I'm gonna think. Probably. Sam and Max Hit the Road.
Nice.
Like I had that. I've said it before in a twin pack with Day of the Tentacle, and I played those games so fucking much. But you all know how much I love Sam and Max. Like I just absolutely adore Sam and Max. Like Day of the Tentacle was fun, and it like. I was always a nerd anyway, so like I loved all the like in jokes and shit in that. But Sam and Max just have the most ridiculous fucking sense of humor. And I haven't played Hit the Road on stream yet. I will after I finish doing the Telltale games. But like it was just so good, and it had a Yeti in it and a mole man, and you visit the largest ball of twine and shit like that, or yarn or whatever it was.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a
Yeah.
little disappointed you didn't pick you didn't pick the Discworld games. Because
be
they're
fair,
also
I-
that point and click.
Yeah, I liked Discworld 2, Missing Presumed, ? I didn't like the first game when I was a kid. It was a very, like, I didn't enjoy it too much when I played it. I would enjoy it more if I didn't play it on stream, I think. But when I played it on stream last year, like, it was just so long, and sometimes the puzzles was just so, it was just like a normal, stupid, really annoying, old-style point-and-click game. And I never enjoyed it as a kid that much. But I loved the second one. But I as much as I loved Terry Pratchett is my life, and I love him. Sam and Max, like, you can just tell when you play Sam and Max games, that's where all my fucking humor came from.
I still
That-
haven't played them. I own like a bunch of those and I still haven't played them.
Matt, please play good games. Stop playing your nerd games. Play
Yeah,
some
stop
good
playing
games.
Deadliest Catch.
I mean, I know it's the
I'll
best
never
game
stop
we've
playing
ever
Deadliest
played.
What's gonna be Matt's next stream?
Oh,
Oh my
God,
God.
I need to wake up for
Deadliest
it.
Catch. All right, everybody, you know you were waiting for it, but now it's stood for months. Deadliest Catch.
Well, that's what we should do, Matt. Me and you just become the two biggest Deadliest Catch streamers of all time.
I guarantee if you look right now, go to
Don't be
Go to
able
Twitch.
playing that.
Go to Twitch and search for the Deadliest Catch game and see if there is even a single person streaming it. We'll be the only ones. We're gonna take it over.
I'll be in the voice chat for both of your things and telling you how to play.
There are 0 people playing that. There's only 517 followers in that category.
Why are there that many? Okay, no,
Yeah.
you know what? It's fine. Whatever.
Because
Um,
it's people like me.
Yeah,
It's
that's Cherry's
me.
whole
We
thing.
can't- okay.
basically.
We need to at least finish the vlog of the week. We can't get on with this. All
Wait
right,
a minute,
okay,
wait a minute.
next.
Was the game you used to play on the Wii? The Deadliest Catch game you used to play, was it on the Wii?
No, it was on the Xbox 360.
There's a game on the Wii.
Oh.
Is it the same thing?
Oh, it's the
It
same
might
game
be
as
the
the
same
Xbox 360, I think.
Yeah.
But it just the first one it come up with was the Wii, and I was like, oh my fucking god.
Oh god, I wouldn't imagine. I
A
wouldn't.
VTuber played it.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh, Papa, that's great.
Well,
All right.
watch this play. This is.
I'll
Okay,
go
okay.
with mine. I'm gonna nominate Thief, the Thief game for the Xbox
Nice.
360.
Oh.
I really like that game, and like I had to stop playing it because when I was younger I could, do it. But when I beat the game, but there's this one part in the game where you fight like actual like ghost people that are really hard to get past, and they're super scary. and
What?
like it turns into like a game where you're like hiding from people and being super sneaky, and then it turns into an actual horror game. I'm not even kidding you. Like when you die,
Oh.
it's a jump scare. Like they literally I think they can see, but it's not very well because it's all dark, and they're like mental institute people, and
Oh, so it
like
becomes Outlast.
yes, but they're all like ghostly and they're all horrifying. And like when you make a noise, it's like this sudden moment of you stop to make sure that no one
Oh, I
heard you.
hate that. I
And
hate
then they
that.
see you, and then you die because there's no way to beat them. Like unlike any of
My
the
anxiety could
other
not take
enemies
that.
in the game, like you can kill all because you can do a total predator run and just kill everyone. But I don't even know if you can incapacitate them. But you can like slow them down and shit, but it's horrifying.
That's another game I own on Steam that I've never played. I have
Oh,
all
fuck's
the Thief games.
sake, Matt.
I've collected a lot of fucking games. Okay.
What's yours, Matt?
All right, mine. I'm gonna go back to my notes that I made before the stream like 3 weeks ago that I was gonna talk about. And I'm gonna try to play the chat with this one because I'm curious to see how many people are in my same age range that remember this. My game is Kid Pix.
Kid like
From-
KIDPIX?
Yes. It was a game on every public school computer in grade school that was just like the dumbest, most childish version of like
I got
MS
the pull up
Paint,
now.
basically. That everybody at school was the one thing dumb now. At the time it was like awesome. That's why I'm nominating it, because it was at school and they were like, okay, you can do whatever you want on the computers, and everyone was like, yes.
I have no idea what this
Good
is.
perks. I realize this is one of the ones that's gonna be like very hit or miss, but I figured I'll put it out there anyway.
I guess they never miss, huh? I think we've actually done really well today, by the way.
Yeah, I had a great time.
It's not over yet. We've still got like just over 10 minutes.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
Papa's message, Pete.
What?
What are you doing, fictional?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Look.
Every
You do that one more time to Papa, and I will ban you from this entire stream. You'll have to go and find a new fucking favorite. Papa's my
Now I'm
boy.
sad. It's a
Papa's-
controversial game, no problem.
I love Papa.
He's amazing. I love him. I will forever remember our 7-hour tier list with him just in the chat constantly like, but you know what, Jungle Party? You put Jungle Party anywhere but A
Jungle
tier.
Party. I swear, I will go find a copy of Jungle Party just so I can destroy it on stream.
Wow.
I think I've got one actually.
Jungle Party.
Fuck
Of course
Jungle.
Sean
All the
does.
homies
You heard
hate
it. You
Jungle
heard it.
Party.
Oh my. Jungle Party.
Oh yeah, I collect loads of shit. I think I just picked it up one time
Oh.
and put it away somewhere.
Great.
But what I really liked is when like we started when the tier list got to like hour 5 and we were like, you know what, Papa, if you like this game so much, tell us about it. And he obviously went and got the description offline and was like, well, you know, you can play many multiplayer games in this. And I was like, oh my fucking god.
Oh my goodness. I should have nominated Jungle Party. That would have been the funniest. Okay.
I'm winning, by the
I think we have
way.
a winner. Yeah, I think Sabin Max at the Road is the winner.
I mean,
It's a
It's a
fucking
good
great
game.
game.
at least one other person voted for Kid Pix. I'm happy.
Or Ratchet and Clank.
R.I.P. Yep, there it goes.
Hell
Sabin
yeah.
Max at the Road.
Yeah. Great game.
I'm just saying, if I was able to nominate Deadliest Catch, we all know who would have won.
It
Yeah,
was kind of Pog.
Trying to cut your bullshit off at the pass there, aren't I there, Cherry?
Well, actually, I was gonna nominate Skyrim, but
Oh, that would have been good too. That would've
I
been good.
thought
would've
I
voted for
thought about
Skyrim.
it though really hard. I was like, okay, if we're able to do these ones, I have to really think: do I go for the meme or do I genuinely be like, this is my favorite game and I love it, so I need to nominate this? But I was like, but the memes, Cherry, but the memes.
Do it for the memes.
If I had time to go look over at my bookshelf that has all my Xbox 360 games that I still have, I probably would have been able to find one. But I was just thinking, I was like, what was that other game I used to play a lot as a kid? Oh yeah, The Deadliest Catch. Oh no.
I think it's a good one.
Oh man, we should come around next week and just have honorable mentions for games that we are the only person that will ever remember, like dumb games that no one should have ever played, but we played like a whole fuckload of and would never recommend, but like
Dude,
also
that's
we
just
know the game backwards and forward.
that's just The Deadliest Catch for me. I can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I think we should all find our deadliest catch. What was our deadliest catch?
Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have to really fucking think about that.
Right?
I'll have to find another one. I'll have to look at them. I definitely know
definitely
there's
can't.
one of them
This
in
is
there.
why I think we should do it for next week, because I'm like I can't even think.
Yeah, I can't really think of.
Cannot.
Here's
think of
another
Kind of
honor-
got one, but I think a few people played it.
Yeah.
Here, I have another honorable mention for a disc I destroyed. I've had 3 discs destroyed throughout my whole life, and it was the Assassin's
Rest in
Creed
peace.
game, the Deadliest Catch game, and the Harry Potter Lego game.
Jesus
Ah,
Christ.
yes.
The Deadliest Catch one, I was just kind of like, oh no. Well, anyways.
How could you? That's like the greatest game ever made. Show some
I don't know
respect,
if I know it
Cherry.
back.
Show some respect. Put some respect on its name.
Well, I'm on the Blizzard launcher, and it made me remember a game that I'm gonna say that probably nobody else remembers, but that my mom was a big fan of, that I played a lot of.
A lot of people are playing the Deadliest Catch right now.
That's actually a good game.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yo.
Put some respect on the Deadliest Catch's name, alright?
That's
Oh, a
gonna.
VTuber did play it. There have only been four streams that I can see of the Deadliest Catch.
Well,
I'm just saying we could corner the
Oh
market.
my god.
this is what's gonna make me and Matt famous, you know?
True. It's true. So I mean, and
Oh,
then we can
and-
become full time, and then you can tell your coworkers that you are a full time streamer. You stream the Deadliest Catch.
And
Full
only
time.
one of them, and literally there's only 3, and one of them's a trailer. One of them is half an hour long, one of them is 3 hours, and the other one is almost 3 hours.
All right, we know what we got to do for the 12-hour stream. 12
Yeah.
hours Deadliest Catch.
Me and you, Matt, me and you. I'm hoping
Oh,
the
yeah,
12-hour
let's do it.
stream is as good as the subathon, to be honest. I want to have, like, as many stupid-ass fucking memories from that as we did the subathon.
All right, do you want me to start drinking before we start the 12-hour? Because that could work. I
What-
think
what-
we could
what-
have a lot of fun.
What time does it start for you?
Oh fuck. Okay, what time are you starting at?
2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Oof. You'll be up then.
What is that?
It's like
That's 8 in the
4,
morning for
no,
me.
6 in the morning for you, Matt.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
8 in the morning for me, 6 in the morning for Matt. I'm gonna have to get up
Ah,
early on
shit,
Saturday.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how that's gonna work.
Please, please, please
Uh.
don't drink at 6 a.m., Matt.
Do it,
Well,
Matt.
okay, so my other
Bring out
option
the
is
inner
what I did
alcohol.
for
drinking
free,
at noon.
which is I will not go to sleep, and that way I won't
Ah,
have to
the
drink
cherry
because I will be
method.
loopy as fuck.
The cherry method, I see.
The cherry
No,
method.
that was the thing I did for you when you were like, I'm gonna have some time to play, like in my first period, I'm gonna play some Overwatch, and you guys have to be up for it. And I was like, okay, here we go. Me and Herbals both just bleary-eyed are like, all right, here we're cheer, we'll play some Overwatch.
I loved that. I saw you guys in there. It was Wumbo and Matt, and I think Herbals had just gone to bed right before that period. And Matt was like, I'm here. Let's play some Overwatch. And I was like, Matt, are you okay? And he was like, I'm fine.
Fictional, did you get the day off for the 12-hour stream? Are you gonna come and join us in voice chat for the 12-hour stream?
Fictional definitely should, because then she won't be as horny, because I feel like it's a lot easier to be to say some stuff that you can get away with saying. What?
She's not gonna be as horny.
No, hear me out, because
I
think you can say stuff in chat and kind of get away with it, because you don't have to use your voice and be a human being. You could just do it, say whatever you want.
I don't think you know Fictional well enough, to be honest.
All right.
She is always horny.
Or I'm reverse psychologying, so she'll be more horny.
Let's not start. Like, honest to God, I do kind of want to be a streamer, you know? I kind of want to maybe do this as a job one day. I don't want to get banned because Fictional come on here and got so fucking horny because of you.
They ban Anna.
Why did you get banned? Well, my mod got really horny on voice chat during the 12-hour stream.
Hey, look.
We're playing the Deadliest Catch.
No, hold on. Have you seen? There's going to be a lot of crabs jokes. We have to prepare for that first of all. Second of all, have you seen the rest of Twitch? Have you seen it?
Yeah.
There's people that are basically stripping on
Isn't
Twitch.
like one thing?
You're gonna be fine.
Isn't one thing that's like new, or was this just a joke that I didn't get because I'm so boomer that I don't get things? And then people actually streaming from hot tubs now.
I saw that, but Twitch tried to feed me that, and I was like, "What the fuck is
it a
going
real
on?"
thing?
Wait,
I'm pretty sure I saw it in Bree's Discord, and I was like, "That can't be a real thing. I'm missing some kind of fucking joke here." And apparently there's apparently this big drama. There's apparently this big drama about who come up with the idea of streaming from a hot tub.
Wow.
There's someone live right now
thing.
streaming her pool. She's in a bikini. She has an inflatable water slide.
Oh.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
What you don't know is I am also in my bikini right now.
Oh,
in my pool.
I am also in your bikini. Wait a minute.
You know what? I am also in my bikini.
Oh.
I'm in Matt's bikini.
which is Anna's bikini. So we're all in Anna's bikini. All right.
Alright, one communal bikini we're all wearing.
We've broken Anna. She couldn't even finish that sentence.
I forgot the word.
What is going on? Is she actually gonna get in the water? I feel like this is TOS. She's showing feet on Twitch. TOS.
God. Yep.
Her ass is just out. Her ass is just out.
But this is the thing.
There's a million of those streams too.
Isn't it against TOS to sleep on stream? But Ludwig's getting away with it because he's got his mods talking over him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, but the thing isn't so much that you're not meant to be, quiet. It's the fact that you're sleeping.
Come just in time for this chaos.
Unfortunately, this is actually the end. So
and this is why you just start streaming on, RedTube or something. Like, no one cares there. You're not gonna get banned there. Everybody watch.
So in other words, if I want to make streaming my life, I could literally just get a camera that actually works, number one, and then you guys will just sit there and watch me. No, please don't watch me sleep. That's really
Get in the
creepy.
water. Get in the water.
Cherry, I don't want to get in the water. I don't want to get in the water, Cherry.
Oh my gosh.
Her dog is running around. She's in front of a sea.
£1,000 before Anna will do that.
Done. I have it actually.
What if we pool our? Oh, no, hold on. What if we pool our money? What if fictional?
I mean, if
Cherry and I.
It has to be in £1,000 altogether. So if you all send their money to one person, then I will open an OnlyFans, and you will get sad pictures of me sat around the place eating cheesecake. On my new mattress.
She's wearing a rainbow
No, I
chain
will
that
not
has
accept
clouds
sad
on
pictures.
She has a box of salt.
Cherry.
I'm
Why
sorry.
are you giving us commentary on this bloody stream?
Because no, in fairness to Cherry, it is wild, but it's so stupid.
Oh my god, does she have a black eye?
Fuck's sake.
God,
Oh my.
You'll make it look good on it.
not-
Thanks,
I'm
Papa.
gonna do that. Okay, hi everybody.
Oh, dog.
I mean that's
Good.
worth subscribing. Doggo.
I need to
Dog
I need to find ways of making myself famous, and I think sad pictures of me eating cheesecake is
Okay,
a way to
here's-
go.
Yeah, here's what you do. You get your sad pictures of you eating cheesecake and Scooby sitting next to you. That's like double famous, because you're
I'll
sad
subscribe to
and
that, yeah.
Scooby.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. I could do that. I could do that.
Hashtag big follows. Oh, G-Man. We're doing great, I think. We keep bringing up like being depressed and sad, but then we also keep bringing up
I
games
think-
we
I
love from
think-
our childhood and having a good time.
I think that's
So-
how we all cope with our depression, though, is like just making a joke out of it most of the time.
Holy shit!
I wish you wouldn't call me out like that. Please stop.
I mean,
You're getting way too close to the truth.
we've already figured out that we're all basically the same person.
Oh no.
And we're all sharing the same bikini, so you know.
Yeah.
Now that's fan art. Fuck the gremlins in a truck with me. All three of us in a bikini. There's the fan
What?
art.
4 people, 1 bikini, 3 buttholes. That was the lowest hanging fruit I could think of, but I just.
I'm
Right.
sorry, I'm too enthralled with this fucking lady who's like has a black
Jesus,
eye.
Cherry.
I'm
She
sure
has
your
a
favorite streamer.
Black eye.
Well, I mean, if
Yeah,
she's always around
do
a
you think she
pool,
got
she's
that on
probably
stream?
fallen over.
Yeah, when did I
Well,
get
I
a
mean, she's
bikini?
grilling freaking corn and like has a
What?
box of
That's
Oh.
now we've
Really?
learned
What's
why
going
Cherry
on?
wants to watch this. It's because it's
Yeah.
got fucking corn in it. She doesn't
Oh,
care
you
about
can
the
smell the
woman.
corn. Cherry
She
can
sat there
smell
like,
it from
oh,
here."
there's corn on the screen. I must sit here and watch it. Oh,
Oh,
Is it season?
yeah, that's right, Nana, don't worry, I'll send you her Twitch so we can both watch corn. I got you.
Please stop watching corn in my chat.
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm Midwestern.
I don't have the
NC-17,
correct
no
email to
corn in
react to
here.
this situation. You
Corn
just wait,
optional.
G-Man. You just wait. When Papa Picosa has the time, there's gonna be pictures of me swearing at gremlins. There's gonna be pictures of me in a bikini with Matt, Cherry, and...
Okay, this is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be you in the driver's seat of a lorry in a bikini with all of the gremlins like coming out of your bikini.
Oh my god.
There it is. That's the art.
I can't
commission
wait.
it. How much do you want,
With-
Mama? Right
with,
now.
with a speech bubble like, I don't know the fucking time!
I gotta get to my freaking Twitch stream where I'm in a hot tub
Oh
grilling
my
corn.
Please, please.
Papa, for my next birthday, I'm gonna commission you to just, it's me watching a corn stream, but it
Fictional.
looks like I'm watching something lewd.
Fictional. Fictional. What are you doing? Oh, I can't handle this chat
Oh
sometimes.
I really wish I could delete
Corn
other
op-
moderators. Fucking-
Cornopia? Nanners?
Cornucopia.
Corn.
Opie.
Why not just op? Cornopia. No, I guess yours is better. Never mind. Extra
Cornucopia.
garlic, and
Oh.
the answer is yes.
I like bitters the best.
Oh.
Cornucopia.
Oh, fictional, you're preparing? Okay. Alright, that's fair then.
You know what? I'm now terrified that someone is actually gonna give me £1,000 to open an OnlyFans, and I'm not gonna know how to react to that situation.
You've said it too many times. You're bringing it into the world. If you had made the joke once and then ignored it, you could have plausible deniability. Like, oh,
I
never
mean,
said that. No.
it's happening. It's on my bit of paper that I will share in the mod chat in a second. Like, I have a list of all the things that, like, on it. I'll tell you people. Where is it? I might not be able to. I don't know where I wrote it down. Oh, here it is. Like, we've got, like, stupid stuff. Because I thought, you know, for the 12-hour stream, it's not really about making money. But if I can raise a bit of money towards the mattress, it would be really fucking helpful. So, like, there's, like, some really stupid goals. And that is obviously the most ridiculous one at £1,000. But it's, like, the other ones are, like, a total of all the downloads, bits, subs, and gift subs I get on that day. So, like, it goes, like, from £10 to £200 and includes another fucking subathon if you got to £200. And then £1,000 you get an OnlyFans.
It's the danger with setting stretch goals.
Hi,
You gotta be
Sylvain.
careful.
Oh,
Hey,
hi,
Sylvette.
Sylvette. And thanks for the music again. I told everyone at the beginning of the stream that you got us more music. She is the lady with the music.
Ooh.
She comes into my DMs every once in a while and goes, "Do you want some more music from Luke?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then she gives it to me.
What a legend.
Right. But now we're 5 minutes overrun. I think it's good.
Only
It's
5.
nearly 11. Yeah, only 5 for a change. Not
Wow,
like
wow.
3 hours like last week. Next week we will be doing a puzzle.
Yay.
So if anyone has any image they want us to do, send it to me in DMs. You guys have to at least put one in the group chat.
Okay.
Okay.
You can
Right.
put as many as you want, but you all have to pick at least one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's puzzle time because I don't start I work all day on Sunday and then I don't work again till 6 p.m. on the Monday, so I do not have to go to bed early on Sunday. So unless something like ridiculous happens, I'm free for a little bit on Sunday. Like we might even try to get someone in to play Overwatch with me.
Oh,
Maybe.
Don't say something you can't take back, Anna.
Well, I really want to play it before the. I want to play games with my friends. I can't with work. So that might be the day where I can actually play Overwatch with people. But we're gonna do
Okay.
puzzles, and I guess we'll see how I feel because I might end up being really tired after work. Who fucking knows?
All right,
Ah.
Cherry. You know what we have to do? We have to submit just Overwatch art for the picture.
Oh, oops.
Oh, in fact, I already know what I'm going to submit. I'm going to submit the Well, this is what
Are
I
you
get for
actually already sending? You are.
yes,
No.
yes.
Oh my
Nope,
God.
it's gone. All right, now I'm
Cherry,
going to
I said you can send as many as you want. Whatever you sent, you could have sent it.
Oh.
Alright,
Okay.
I'm sending the the illegal tracer pose that is no longer in Overwatch.
Oh.
That's gonna be our art that we do.
Fuck's sake.
Cherry, if you're gonna do that, why not just do the picture from Community where he walks in and like stuff's on fire.
We're gonna do puzzles of memes with lots of white.
Yep. Oh my.
Beautiful.
Well, we're definitely not doing that. I will vote down anything that has a big swaths of a single color because that was absolute horse shit last time.
We are, Dennis. We are. I can see they're
Also,
on. So
one with bloody two
keep going.
pictures that are very similar isn't going to be that easy either.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out all week. I've had a load of streams, and I played
Yeah.
some really weird games this week. I will be back. I might stream tomorrow after work, depending on how I feel, if I'm tired or not, and depending on who's in Armchair Admirals. Because
Alright.
if you know, if certain people are on there, I might want to watch it. I haven't watched it in a couple weeks because they've been playing Civ 6, and it's kind of got kind of bored. I don't like Civ 6 much.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely be doing the podcast next week. I can't promise anything else other than the podcast, though. Tuesday is the next day that I will probably definitely be streaming. But also, Bree said he might be streaming on Tuesday, so that might not happen as well. I love you all. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.